Okay. Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel. This is The Veteran and Pinay Life.
This is Mike.
This is Girly and... What's your name? Ella.
It's her birthday today.
Yeah, it's her birthday today. Do you like your gift? What is your gift?
Then it's like this, the armpit. Like this.
No, not the arm pads. The
Arm pads.
scooter.
The scooter.
Yeah, and have the armpits like this.
Okay. Well, for today's video, what are we going to talk, Daddy?
I think we're going to talk about our brainstorming ideas of coming up to our eventful retirement to the Philippines.
Yep.
So there's a lot for anybody that's making this kind of move to consider.
Well, we are looking forward to retire in the Philippines. So there are factors that we consider. Like, first is the location. Right, Daddy?
Location was a big thing for us to consider, being that this is going to be our final move to a destination. So we want to make sure that this is what we truly want. And it took a lot of consideration. There's a lot of factors involved with it. One would be the community we go to, the availability of things that we may need in the future, like medical, schooling.
Schooling of this little one here.
Hiking.
We want something that is near Manila. Like if we need to do some important things with U.S. Embassy, we're just near. We don't want to be in Manila because everybody knows it's really congested. So we don't want to be there. But we don't want to live far from Manila. So we look for the area that is like country living, but in a way, we're still near Manila. That's why we got that place that we have. Geography.
Where everything laid out to be, like if we needed medical, do we have a long distance to drive to? Schooling, it was a big consideration. Are there any good schools in the community that we want our little ones to grow up to?
And safety. Those are the reasons that why we consider the place that we have in the Philippines.
We wanted to be close by a city, but not far from the city.
Yeah.
I mean, not too far where you'd have to get on a plane like Cebu Pacific and fly off. Like if I lived in Cebu and I wanted to get to Manila, I didn't want to have to jump on an airplane.
We don't want to do that.
Being that we're an hour, maybe an hour and a half, would be ideal. Similar to what we are now, where we live close to San Francisco International. It takes us about an hour to get there, a little bit, depending on traffic. And again, that's going to depend on, even like in Manila, it's congested there. I mean, we were trying to get less than a mile distance to a destination a mile away, and it took us, what, 2 hours? So
Longer.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And we don't want to deal with the traffic of Manila. That's why we get out of Manila.
We also looked at the climate. How hot is it? How cool it is? So the elevation with regards to, the outside temperature in the morning, evening, that was a consideration to us. And I think we found an ideal spot. Another factor for us in making this move, once we figured out the location, which we already have, it was considering, okay, now we're going to make that move to the Philippines from the States. So do we take the whole household and put it in a big box and ship it, or do we consolidate and look at what we really, really need, things that we might want to have in the Philippines that we could still get in the Philippines, but it costs a considerable amount. Or take some of the stuff here, like our large items, big items, and move it. So that's what we're considering now.
We brainstorm about that. Or do we want to bring some of our furniture, some of our appliances? Do we really need to do that? So we agree that we want to.
It's interesting that there wasn't a lot of information out there regarding. There's only a few people that made moves in a container. There's a YouTube vlogger that did
Can I
that.
take my show?
We appreciate the
Can I
information they
take?
gave. There was not a lot of information out there with regards to people making this kind of move or recording it or documenting it. There are a few YouTube vloggers that did make a move through a container, put their stuff in a container and watched. So we looked at what they did, what they didn't do right, and lessons learned from them, and thankful that we saw things that we could do to improve. There's also another person, another YouTube vlogger that put some information tidbits out there she went to the other region of the world, and she gave out some interesting pointers too.
Yeah, it is.
And considering that I made a lot of military moves in my military career, overseas especially, I knew what we needed to do. And Girlie knows it, especially packing things up, put it in a box, and that's the way you need to do it. So I think we're going to do it.
However, even Mike has experience how to move to outside the country. We still do research. We've seen some information, very useful information from the shipping company itself, how to properly pack the container, which is very helpful. Now with that, we brainstorm what are the things that we need to bring in the Philippines. So from there, we decide what size of container that we need. Do we need a 40 or a 20?
And we came out to we needed a 20.
Yeah.
A 40, previous YouTuber took a 40 and they had way too much. They could put a car in there and it still had room.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get a 20-footer. I've watched from previous moves overseas how they pack it in there real tight, and that's the same thing we're gonna do. The next thing we came down to was when we did decide on the container was when we are actually gonna make that move. And that's going to be all incumbent if we can get there's availability of
yeah, because of what's happening right now because of this COVID pandemic. So we really want to visit the property that we bought this coming December, but we can't do that. So the date of our retirement or our move in the Philippines is also depending on that availability of the vaccine.
So it's going to be incumbent on that, and then when they do have a vaccine and we are able to make this move, then it's going to be when I'm going to retire from federal service, and if they offer another early retirement program with incentives to it, I'm probably going to jump on it. But in any case, our target is June of next year, 2021. Enough's enough, and it's time to just start the second journey of our life. So watch out and watch our videos for more, because we will be documenting everything.
Everything.
Cleaning up, to packing up, to packing the container.
We're gonna show everything, and we're gonna make feedback, informative information about our experience. As of now, this is just like our input of what will be our plan for the future, for our future retirement.
With everybody that's going to make a move similar to this, whether they go to Philippines, Taiwan, Bangkok, wherever, it's still going to be the same, and you're still going to run into things that didn't go accordingly to plan. So you're going to need a cushion of something, whether it's financial cushion to time cushion.
Yeah.
So just bear in mind that this is just going to be our journey and our struggle, and this is what we encountered.
Yeah.
So, check out our channel in the future for future vlogs of this nature. But it is going to come, and it is going to happen. It's a matter of when, how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's basically it. But we are making that move.
Yeah.
Peace.
Okay.